right now. It's Rule 1 against Team BDS. Let's see who's going to move on in the upper bracket.
Remember, Mina as well, all back home, hoping that Rule 1 can make this run. If Rule 1 can make a top 4 run, then they're likely to be bringing Twisted Minds along with them to the World Championship. And already as we kick things off, we've got the Twins looking to connect with an infield passing play. Misread on a bounce there by Rule 1, but nothing they can't collect afterwards. BDS had a slow start in their series against Gen G. They can't afford to do that again. They can't afford to do that too many times in this tournament. I think Gen G fell off in level a little bit as that series went on. They did not have the consistency to compete with a team like BDS. Rule 1 did have that longevity in their series they played earlier on today.
Oh, Clears was already waiting downfield. Seiko has to move on in. Seiko's been an interesting watch here because he has kind of been the scapegoat given a lot of results, and especially after Extra was the player benched. Many people maybe waiting towards Seiko.
Whoa.
Well, he would want to see that one again. Maybe the ball was just drifting away from him too much. Now Monkey Moon down the middle, and it's still got through.
Yeah, almost straight at 2 goalkeepers, but enough power on it that it got through both of them. Mawson did not get goal side in the back corner 50-50. Both Clears and Roas free jump. Monkey snipes it underneath them. Great placement by Monkey Moon. And I think already we're seeing that BDS are a different level of pace than what Rule 1 faced earlier on today.
Seiko up the wall now. Already read very early by Clears. Forces BDS to just pop into their own back corner. Monkey Moon, good clear, with Seiko to aim for. Goes for that corner, it's so difficult to read, but everyone's got to go for it. Rise did jump. Make Clears make his move. Look at how well BDS are cycling the plays at the moment. Know when to give up on it, know when to retreat into their back corner, set back up, reboost, recharge, and then send it yet again.
And we need, if Rule 1 are going to make that run, all of you guys in the B-Stream chat are hoping for, we need to see that legendary defense from them. It's kind of missing right now, and it's missing again as Seiko bounces in a slow second goal. Rule 1 panicking. They're jumping with multiple players, and they're not going for the ball. They're anticipating harder shots. They're anticipating higher shots than are actually coming towards them.
BDS 2-0, only 94 seconds played. Rule 1 took a while to get their first goal. We required an overtime that took about 2.5 minutes before they put their first pass through. BDS up and rolling much nicer in this series than they did in their first. As a bit of a team bump, and well, that's just gonna roll on in. Brace for Seiko. Rule 1 are a mess.
Oh, that was definitely unnecessary from Mawson. It looked like Clears had control, even if Mawson thinks he's got a play on that ball. Clears has a play as well, you know, a low 50-50 or just getting the ball on top of his car. Really no need for Mawson to be pushing in there and leaving the long shot wide open. In fact, just bumping Clears to lose control of the ball. That's not something we saw from Mawson earlier on. That's better from him though, but Monkey Moon stays low, and I prefer that way of defending, especially on land. Why pre-jump? If, you know, the shot goes over you, fair enough. And I guess that's what BDS are going to have to be thinking right now. Clears does put one past him. Long time left in the game. Clears on the board for Rule 1.
Yeah, nice pace, and Rise realized he had to go, otherwise Rawast was going to have his car targeted for the bump. Bit of a checkmate scenario as BDS now see their lead cut down to only 2 more. Plenty of time to work with here for Rule 1. They've got Clears getting players out of it. Monkey Moon with Rise to his right, decides to go by himself. Rawast charges on in. Seiko doesn't get the best contact on the backboard. Who's first to this? Well, did have the orange trail, but it did not have the accuracy. Now we go on the transition off the backboard. Rawast is off target. Here comes Monkey Moon, and it's right at Mawson.
That's a free shot now for Clears. He puts it through, and it looks like Seiko's recovered well. He was under a bit of pressure from Rawast. He managed to stay away from danger, flick the ball to safety. There's no nonsense from Rise. As soon as he has any idea that there's a challenge coming towards him, he moves the ball out of the way. Such a consistent land player. Now Mawson with the double tap. Monkey Moon misses. Mawson on target for the second goal. And that wasn't far off for Monkey Moon, but Mawson read the miss and buries the shot.
I mean, Monkey Moon just has to jump and hope, and he tries to cover as much of the goal as he could. Gave Mawson a difficult task, and Mawson happy to step up to the plate. 1 goal now is the difference. Can it be put back to 2? Seiko, look for the top corner. Almost managed to snipe it. 2 minutes left. and it's gone from a walk in the park for BDS.
Oh my!
Now they're really in trouble.
I mean, yeah, there's just so much time left. I mean, credit to Rule 1. They've taken 2 chances very quickly after going down by 3. It's easy to get your heads down in those situations and just kind of throw the game away, but they've been clinical. Another chance for Roas. He decides to play it safely. Seiko collects. Denied any further advancement by Clears, and a little cut of rotation by Roas only goes as far as Rise at the midfield. BDS being forced to concede that dominant midfield position they had earlier on. They don't want to overextend and lose what little lead they've got left.
Roas can't quite win the challenge. Always difficult from that angle on the wall. Oh, now it becomes a race to the ball. Clears actually fakes out Rise, and Rise at least kept himself relevant. Impeccable play from both players. Can't even see Roas still. Like he's there somewhere. He's making his presence felt on the field. Still 1 goal in it, Johnny.
I mean, it's the low 50s are really starting to frustrate BDS. They want a big dunk on the play, but Rule 1 are just coming at them again and again. They're starting to find ways through. The first challenge, they're getting outplayed very consistently. The boost gone again. Seiko's got half a tank. Monkey a quarter. Rise has 0. Monkey Moon dumps it down in the middle. It's a shot into the bar. Who's there? It's Rise to get the clear. Rule 1 had a great chance there. They did not have the follow-up.
Yeah, that was the one where you've already seen all 3 players involved in it from Rule 1, so the shot has to just go on target. You don't have an option. Oh
my!
Dunk! And it's going to go in! Mossin takes it to 3 each! This was supposed to be your game, BDS!
Oh, Monkey Moon thought he had an easy 50-50. Mossin completely crushes him, and it's been the 50-50s for Rule 1 that have just denied BDS any kind of territory in this game. They're completely stuck in their half there. And a huge dunk mid-air puts Rule 1 back in attack. Seiko with the pinch from the kickoff. He's so good at these. And this one is defended well. Rule 1 should be fine here. Both teams very low on boost, so BDS have to concede the potential pressure that they had. Now it might be right back onto them. Roas, good deflection to the back corner.
Powering the ball down the field. Rise. Just gonna plop that ball on the 4, and we have got overtime. Rule 1 have an incredible record in their overtime so far. Can they add to it? 3-goal comeback. Surely you don't go ahead and lose in the overtime after that.
Now that would be a real test to BDS mentality here.
Oh.
Big 50-50 by Rise. He's got it past the last man as well. Roas to the pre-jump. Blindly blocking Monkey Moon's follow-up shot from point-blank range.
Now Kalia is looking to try and translate to the opposite side of the field. Seiko doesn't find the redirect. Roas up to the air. Who dares challenge him? Monkey Moon went. In comes Kalias, drops it down. And Mossin finds himself too far forward. He doesn't want to go and take the shot.
And Mossin playing it safe there. Definitely an opportunity to go. It looked risky. Very close to the BDS players. I think wisely waited until a safer chance comes his way. He's already put 2 in this game. 1 with a double tap, 1 with a monstrous dunk to tie the game. This is another great chance for Rule 1. Rise up quickly. Beaten by Roas though. The fake comes through, but Seiko reads it, follows Clears the whole way.
Mossin back up. Clattered into. He is not going to be a part of that play for a while. Infield. There's Roas. Oh my goodness. Well, BDS are playing with fire here, and it seems like it's only a matter of time before they get burned. They've got to get rid of this and start developing their own plays.
Well, that was such a good center ball, but Roas was not ready for it. He didn't expect it to be going across the box so quickly. Still, it's all Rule 1 right now. They've scored 3 goals in a row. They've got BDS on the ropes. BDS hanging on. That's a long shot for Monkey Moon. Mossin equal to it. Even finds Roas, who now looks for his twin brother downfield. Air double bump. Dodged by Rise. Follow-up is made, but it's still defended well by BDS.
That is so good from Rise, because he delayed his jump just to make sure that the bump wasn't available. And he's going against his own momentum to get to the ball. Phenomenal from him. We stay at 3 each.
Well, Rule 1 just looks so scary with the solo plays. Seiko being tested now, but he collects the ball well in the back wall, even though he had no boost to play with there. And Monkey Moon correctly read the infield pass. It's all infield for Rule 1, using corner walls, side walls, direct passes. Now that double commit comes through, that's something we didn't really see from Rule 1 earlier on today. Finally, BDS break free from that pressure, but it's right back in their end again. It's first challenge, getting outplayed almost every time as Rule 1 make plays on the ball with all of their players. Oh, that's a chance for Seiko, and it's in! Against the run of play, BDS find a shot. And Seiko buries it top corner.
I can tell you right now, we are on the opposite side of the arena, and the pop-off from BDS when that went in, I could have heard that twice over. BDS survive game number 1, and it was always going to be the big question coming out of this game as we look at the score. How on earth has Rise only got 198 points? What? That makes no sense.
Well, Monkeyman's got 5 saves, Seiko's got 3 goals, so really they're doing everything. But wow, what a player Mawson has turned out to be this LAN. Everybody's talking about the twins, and you know, for a good reason. What a story it is to have 2 twins be this good at Rocket League on the same team. But Mawson has been such a standout player for Rule 1, scoring 2 goals in this game. Both, you know, not clearly assisted. They were assisted, as you can see. 3 assists for Rule 1. But it was really Mawson left with a lot of work to do, which he did brilliantly to bring Rule 1 back into the game. All that work for nothing, though. Yeah. BDS were too solid in overtime. They defended, and eventually they had a breakaway chance down the middle. Seiko didn't miss.
So now we come to the mentality question that was going to happen to whichever team lost this. For BDS, the question was going to be, well, how do you bounce back after losing 3 goals and then losing the game? But for Rule 1, how do you bounce back after such a good fight?
Yeah.
And then you still didn't win it?
I don't think they should be frustrated at all at themselves here. I think that they've got all the pieces. They just have to start being a little bit more clinical with their shots, because they are creating so many chances to score. They really are causing a lot of trouble for BDS to worry about. If you look at the entire second half of that game, including overtime, they were the team in control. So BDS, yeah, they got the goal, they got the win, but Rule 1 should change absolutely nothing about how they were playing.
BDS did spend an awful lot of that time struggling to get their own side of the field. Clears, gets past the first, Monkey Moon second. If there's anyone you want on the defensive challenge, Monkey Moon is pretty high on that list. Osin lays it over to his teammates.
Oh,
that was Clears. Oh, it's off the backboard. Who's first to it? Rawas had an awful lot of work to do. Couldn't quite turn it on target, but still. Oh, now's a breakaway chance. Rise, he's chased down by Mawson. He's not going to get there, though, and Rise up against Clears. Couldn't get it past him.
Yeah, Mawson just forcing Rise to make a move there. If Rise slows down for a moment, he's going to have the ball taken off him from behind. Again, Rise reading that passing play by Rule 1, collecting the ball, starting counter-attack down the center of the field, a sidewall double from Rawas there. Now sent straight back into the middle. I think this is getting a little bit predictable by Rule 1. Maybe too many passes, not enough shots, as BDS start to cut them off more and more consistently.
I mean, BDS are hardly even taking a look towards their own backboard at the moment on the rotations back. Like, they seem relatively comfortable just trying to find the interception. So you want to keep them mixing that up.
Oh, wow.
Seiko. Oh! Well, Monkey Moon's also turned up, and maybe Rice is in a bit of a rough spot now. Had to go early. He's wiped off the face of the map. Rule 1 have got the first.
And it's the same goal that we saw on Forbidden Temple in their first match of the day. Rawas just running ahead of his brother there, taking out the last defender. Clears gets a wide open goal. Rule 1 take the lead. It's still all Rule 1 momentum. Ever since the 3-goal lead from BDS, Rule 1 have been the team running the show.
There's the fine margins for you. 1 double commit. And Rise was in all heaps of trouble. Monkey Moon goes for the infield. Mawson tried to get there in time. Rise realized it. It's Monkey Moon again off the corner to Seiko. Actually, Rise has been taken out a second time now. Clears. Time on the ball. Goes low challenge and couldn't quite reach it. Ran out of boost before he could get a hold of that challenge. And now Monkey Moon, first time shot. Put it where the goalkeeper was, because you can't go back.
Rawas jumped there. That left him slightly out of position. Mawson's 50 went middle. Rawas was not ready, not postured really, to defend a hard play shot. And Monkey Moon showing how important power is with his shots. He's not going for the absolute top corner every time. He is just smashing the ball straight above Rawas there. And it's so difficult to save a shot that's right over your head. Even Rawas denied a save in that position. Monkey Moon again, just all power with the air roll shot. And then the demo as well. Seiko drops it down into the middle. Mawson's there. Rule 1 need a win in this game. BDS, such an experienced team, and Rise pushes in a second goal. It came off 2 Rule 1 players, but Rise will not be denied.
Rise is letting them know about it. An absolute feet when he gets the chance. And that is the payback, the receipt for the earlier demo goal. BDS 2, Rule 1-1. And BDS now starting to work towards the triple match point.
And triple match point against a young team like Rule 1. It feels like an inevitable victory. It feels like an inevitable top 6 for BDS. What do Rule 1 have now against the BDS who have risen to the occasion? You know, he said it was all Rule 1 for a good solid 5-6 minutes there between games 1 and 2. A flurry from BDS, but 2 goals past him. Rawas looking for the drop-down pass there. They actually suffered many a drop-down pass against themselves in the crew matchup earlier today. Now looking to do it themselves, maybe taking a little bit of learning from their losses in that match. Just under 90 seconds left. Rule 1 back into offense, but BDS having a great time defending against these infield passes that Rule 1 are trying to conjure up.
We did see in that crew matchup as well that Rule 1 felt so comfortable sending players forward, trying to read that backboard play. Oh, there's nothing comfortable about that for Mosin. 3-1. Team BDS have taken thorough control.
Oh, it's just so smart there by Rise. He saw that Clears was awkwardly positioned behind the ball. I knew that Clears was just looking for a 50-50 to go into the corner, so Rise just rolled with the ball, didn't give it too much power, just stayed with it, and popped it over the final defender as well. Rise is really taking over this game. Now, Rule 1 have got it all to do with less time remaining than they had in game 1 when they mounted their comeback.
55 seconds. Also trying to find anything, but he's low boost and he's still going to take a while to get back. So he's going to be up to Clears for the time being, as Mosin still looking for anything to work with. Clears does well, one-on-one, Seiko against Rawas, and Rawas almost had it, and the support gets there in time. Rise is already up. Well, BDS stave off the effort.
Oh, that's such a good recovery by BDS. Seiko forced Rawas high. That bought time for Monkeyman and Rise to get back into defense, and they did not take the scenic route. They went straight back to their goal, avoided own goaling, maintained that 2-goal lead, which is now looking good for the rest of the game.
Seiko already there to meet it. I've been loving the pace from Seiko. He's been such a gremlin on the field. Every time that Rule 1 think they can get an easy touch, nah, hi, it's Seiko.
And it's just another easy center ball there past Clears this time. You notice how simple it has been for BDS on their last 2 goals. There's no, complicated Rocket League. They're just centering the ball and someone's there.
It's the old BDS. It really is.
And they play such a great, efficient style. And when they can get rolling, they're so difficult to stop. But Rule 1 still have had their moments in these games. I think maybe a little bit too predictable in the mid-game in this match with their infield passing. You know, we saw a lot of infield passes attempted either off the back corner wall, side wall, directly infield. I think with all the solo play potential they've got, they need to be using that a little bit more. We saw it at the end there. Rawas almost got 1 goal back with the air dribble. That's what we want to see from Rule 1 if they're going to really be a threat to BDS in Game 3. BDS 2 goals up here. 2 games up, sorry. They're going to put a sweep on the board.
I feel like you're seeing a very different stylistic approach to getting rid of the ball in defense as well, because you see players like Monkeymoon especially, when he gets that ball in defense, sometimes it's an attempt for an outplay. Most of the time, he's levering that to your side of the field. Rule 1, though, love to try and show some flair. They love to try and pass their way out, outplay their way out. Unfortunately, they've got a team against them that are as good as them when it comes to the challenge game. Seiko especially is having such a field day whenever they try and control that ball, because he can just send himself for it, and it's getting them plays, it's getting them opportunities. They've got to mix it up.
Yeah, they need to. They need to just try and be a little bit less obvious in the final third. I think they're creating opportunities, but BDS are stopping the vast majority of them, and they're not needing to make saves to do it either. There were only 5 saves that game for BDS, and there were plenty shots attempted by Rule 1, more than that. But BDS are closing down the shots at the origin. They're not waiting in goal for shots to come towards them. They're charging out and stopping them before they get started. It looks a lot more simple than the way Crew were playing Rule 1 earlier with the goal line saves, which, although impressive, are very difficult to replicate for extended periods of time.
Oh, here we go, off the kickoff, Clears. And Rise charge at him. I think Rise has conceded enough kickoff goals throughout his career that he's not up for any more to be added to that tally.
Well, Clears had to run a bit around the, I think it was Seiko who was cheating for BDS there, so it took a bit longer to get the shots off than he would have liked. That allowed Rise the time to close the gap and challenge immediately. Nice little break of rotation there by Rawas. Monkey Moon able to stifle that attack, and Clears is all alone for a second here. Wastes a little bit of time. Does allow Rawas to come back and help him.
Oh, Rise just delays so much. Just the change up in pace every single time from BDS. Really making Rule 1 second guess a lot of their play. Monkey Moon, oh, actually straight into the path of Mossin. Now Monkey Moon daring anyone to challenge him. Clears decides to allow him to play the ball to the floor first. Rise, 0 boost. Going to try and see if he can steal something. Realizes there's nothing there, but BDS, I was going to say, do have good possession, but that demo changes things. Clears taking his time. Can they get something? Oh, he's wrong foot, Rise, but Monkey Moon's got it covered.
Rise is expecting anything but what happened. Clears with a very simple change of direction, proving to be enough to get past his first man. Still, you know, for all of Rule 1's problems, very good at making life difficult for BDS, Clears. Standout player for Rule 1 today, especially when we combine both the series they played. If Mossin played well earlier, well, Clears has played well in both series. Now, it's Rule 1 looking for their first goal of the game.
There's a low boost on a number of players, actually, for BDS. Monkey Moon's low, Seiko's low, Rise is the player on the board, and he's the one with the boost. Finally, a little bit of a reprieve there for BDS, and they can get rid of it. Oh, we do have a Rule 1. Right, who have we got? Who have we got?
It's Rawas.
Seiko.
Well,
okay.
You know, if they broke that, their contract would be in the bin, so that Rawas has absolutely no option. But Seiko, respect to him, has decided to go for it as well. So we've got 2v2, Monkey Moon and Rise against Mossin.
You have
and
3
Clears.
seconds for a prediction.
Monkey Moon Rise.
I'll go opposite side then. I'll go for the
Rise.
Yeah, all right.
And that's because although Clears and Rawas are a brilliant 2v2 team together, I did a mix-up 2s lobby with KSA players. Clears lost, so I'm going to say that they're going to win this one.
Oh,
my
Clears?
prediction's not looking very good all of a sudden. Oh, they nearly got it.
Oh, my goodness.
Not quite. As it goes off the post, yep, Seiko and Rawas are safe. They're miles away from the play.
Oh, they're heading straight back towards it.
Uh-oh.
And actually, they might be in the line of fire if somebody wants to go backboard.
Oh, no, no. You've got to be so careful when you go into that back corner. Oh, my goodness, Mossin dragging so close for Rise as well. Look how careful Mossin's being to make sure that he doesn't.
Oh. Seiko's got the stronger car. At least that's what I'm seeing in this lot.
Yeah,
he has the stronger Fennec. Oh.
This could be an advantage, in fact, for Rule 1 eventually. If that continues for long enough, then he'll technically be in goal. Like, Rawas will be pushed into net, as we know, is where he belongs. So Rawas is not too far away from his natural habitat, in fact.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
yeah, there we are.
Oh, Monkey Moon, okay.
Playing Minesweeper at the same time here. Oh, Rise, he left it for Monkey Moon.
What a save, but he's got to do
but it's only as far as Rise tries to drop it. Good save yet again.
And 2v2 is exciting.
We're almost in front of the goal.
Rawas is almost a goalkeeper. Seiko's going to be a goalkeeper as well, but for the wrong team.
Getting the hold of the boost. Back in the corner. Thankfully, the safe corner for now. Watch yourself, Clears. Don't get too close to them. The wind might set it off. Oh, it's slowly trembling. Wait, where are we now?
Oh,
we are actually in front of the goal. We're at the near post.
Yeah, they're kind of covering a tight angle shot there, and that angle's going to become even more prominent. The longer time goes past, but here comes Rise. What? Seiko broke it! Seiko!
No one respects
you! Filthy little man!
How dare you!
That is in fact disgusting. I do not believe what I've seen.
Everyone boos in the arena and shakes their fists.
Referee, get him off that pitch. That should not be allowed. Absolutely disgusting behavior. He sat still for 2 minutes. They deserve to lose this game, but they're somehow hanging on.
All right, well, it's gone from neutral commentary to full bias. I've never turned against my region so quickly. Actually, I did it at the very start of the series, but whatever. Here's Mossin off the backboard.
Oh, what a save, to be fair.
I was going to say to give them what they deserve, but hey.
No, if Monkey Moon's got any ideas. Just in case you missed it, so Seiko sat in a headlock with Rawas for a solid 2 minutes, and then as soon as the shot was almost in, he broke it to try and get a goal. That is the rattiest behavior I've ever seen on a Rocket League pitch, and I've seen some ratty behavior in my time. Unbelievable.
There's no need to call out Stumpy Goblin like that. He doesn't deserve it. We're all angry at other people for now. No, no.
No, not Seiko, not you. You don't deserve it.
Absolutely not.
I think I'll allow a Monkey Moon goal because he had a really good
I don't
save
know,
earlier.
nothing for BDS. You are guilty by association. Oh, off the backward. Leaves it, and no one else on Rule 1 was anticipating it to come back to them. Kalirs takes the challenge. No, no, no! So
not him.
Anybody.
Not the ill-deserving Seiko.
We are doing some people's heads in right now, and that makes me so happy.
I like to think that we're not, in fact. I have
They'll get over
I have faith that we're not. In fact, the fan vote would suggest that we're absolutely
If
right
anything,
here.
yeah, they've proven to themselves that, you know, they're now morally in the right to choose Rule 1. Here is Rise. Has he got the reset? Yes, he has, but he hasn't got the accuracy. This is something of more now than the Winter Major, more than $100,000. It's about the soul of Rocket League right here we're playing for, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, it's funnily enough, the best chance of the game might be right now, actually. No, never mind. It was Kalirs in the 2v2. That was the best chance of the game. He had a flip reset, double attempt. Almost, it's really awkward there. Ran out of boost and almost knocked it into his own net. Rise with a great chance here. Slow play. Baits in the challenge. He sets up Monkey Moon. He's a bit too close to go up for that. And now here comes Moss in the other way, but Monkey Moon so fast up in the air.
Look at the boost totals. There's nothing.
Yeah, Rule 1 really slowing down to a halt here. Mawson's got some to work with. Small pad usage for Kalirs. He's built himself back up to 53 without a big pad, so well played there. And Kalirs with the boost management. Another long overtime for Rule 1. They've had quite a lot of these today. Are they going to finally get a win against BDS? It feels like BDS have had the majority of the pressure in this game. I think it's really gone strongly in their
Rule
favor.
1 absolutely should be tilted right now after what they saw.
Ras actually needed the boost. Well left there by Mawson, but Ras not able to do much with it.
Oh, Rise is downfield. He'd love to get that ball fed over to him. And instead, feeds it midfield to Monkey Moon. Well covered. Still, they're keeping the play going. BDS have been all over this overtime. Seiko tried to get there in time. Doesn't quite work for him. Rule 1 have been awkward. Not through their own doing. It has just been an awkward overtime for them. As Mossin puts the shot on target, Seiko palms the ball over to Rise. And one of the best chances that we've seen from Rule 1 in quite some time, as they have an opportunity to try and play something together. And Kalirs might want to try and create more from that. Infield, no one around.
Yeah, the infield pass is getting pretty consistently cut off by BDS, as they have been ever since they clocked onto it in Game 2. Now Seiko almost past Rawas. Rawas deflects it into the back corner. Almost 3 minutes OT. Rise with an uncontested play, but he hits it to the goalkeepers. BDS still in such a strong position. Only Mawson's got boost. Rawas gets behind the ball though. Smart 50-50 by him. Not clear from Mawson by some time. Now, Rule 1. Look like they're probably going to survive for a bit longer here. Rise, annoyingly for Rule 1, just in the perfect position to collect that and continue attacking. Now here comes Kalirs. Rawas chasing down the last defender, but Seiko gets back.
Yeah, Monkey Moon had to try and avoid the demo. Ended up getting the support anyway, but far off the ground pitch. 3 minutes of overtime played. Still have not got the salt out of my system. But still, BDS, despite the vast majority of that being their offense, no goals to their name.
Yeah, Rise looking for Monkey Moon there, but he's denied by Rawas. Looks like Seiko collects it, but he gets dunked on as well. Rise again back. Rawas, another free shot, but Seiko effortlessly deflects it into the corner. That's a big 50-50 when it hits the bar. The BDS are starting to scramble here. Now they've got almost no boost left. Only 2 players briefly. Monkey Moon with the back corner pickup though. Huge for BDS. Yeah,
Mawson wanted to try and jump up with that ball. Ended up just hitting himself into the ball and then back down to the floor. Mawson up against Seiko. There's Mawson. There is one demo, and it's a bit of a calamity. Still, BDS have typically had the boost advantage. Now we're getting to see Rule 1 with a bit of boost to their name. Kalirs, wrong-footed, demoed, but still got some contact on the ball. We're hurtling towards 5 minutes of overtime played.
Oh my goodness.
10 minutes since our last goal scored.
The demos are absolutely raining in. Now BDS double commit. Monkey Moon and Rise not on the same page there, but it spills free to Seiko. Controls at 50 brilliantly to deny Rawas. Now Seiko has a flip here. Doesn't need to play for it though, because Monkey Moon takes it away from him. Rise, crucially, stops the Twins counter-attack that was looming on the right side of the pitch there. Almost an entire other game played in OT here. Monkey Moon Finds Seiko on the side of the pitch. BDS all on the same side of the pitch there. Nobody ready for the crossfield pass.
Great boost management this time as well from Rule 1. Did not get as scrambled as they were last time, and actually have a couple of demos. Infield might have been available to them, but the positioning wasn't quite right. Now clears off the backboard, and an unfortunate pinch to the far side.
Yeah, you did not want to get that much power on it. Now here comes Rise. Great challenge by Rawas, just getting goal side of the ball. Mawson likewise as Seiko followed up. Now Kalir's challenging Monkey Moon. It's straight up 1-for-1 battle here as two teams remain completely deadlocked.
2v1.
Rawas 50s it back to Kalir's. Heavy first touch is going to give the ball away to Monkey Moon. The Rule 1 not holding on to the ball control like they did earlier. Now Seiko downfield. This is how they lost game 1. It's denied by Rawas.
Rawas will keep following. Monkey Moon, oh, he's put himself in a rough spot. It's like Monkey Moon had a read on a play that wasn't happening.
It's been an awkward game at times. It's slowed
down a lot.
And it's something both teams have kind of agreed to do. They're trying to bait the other team forward, use the momentum that the other team has against them. It's all about bursts of speed in these kind of games. There's one, but Rule 1 not able to get the shots on target. It was looked like a perfect pass. Shot wasn't good enough.
A little bit of a habit of Rule 1 where the person that's getting infielded to actually arrives too early. They have to stop the car every single time. And as you imagine, stop car means no momentum. You're not going to get to the ball all that often. So 6.5 minutes played. Still looking for our first goal of this game. Might be the series clincher. Will it be like that? Off the ceiling, Kalir's up against Rise, up against Seiko, up against Monkey Moon. Yeah, that's a bit of a difficult 3v1 to win.
Rawas now looking to keep that ball in the box, but it's been deflected into a counter-attack. Kalir's will be back for it, but they've got to be so careful here. It looks like they will be careful now. Kalir's decided not to run ahead of Mawson, instead played to grab boost. Not always all in Rule 1. Avoiding overextending here in such a long overtime. Now 7 minutes extra have been played. BDS faking multiple 50-50s. Rise looking for the backboard read. Leads it for Seiko, and that is going to be the first sweep of the Spring Major. BDS send Rule 1 to the lower bracket and confirm a top 6 for themselves.
Took 12 minutes of Rocket League, one Rule 1, ironically, and also one, well,